This is Jotunnslayer, and it is out now in early access on Steam if you like playing Bullet Heavens. This is a pretty new game, came out, I don't know, about a couple weeks ago-ish. I've been playing it since right around when it came out. I didn't get it quite right away, but I've got about a dozen or so hours into this game. I've played all of the different classes, I've done a bunch of different things in it, and I did not mean to take Odin. Well, let's go with Loki then. Fine. Sure, flammable wall will be great. I don't know. I actually wanted Freya. It's obviously a Norse mythology-inspired game, playing as the Flame Sister class, which is kind of a glass cannon, but also not necessarily super cannon-y, like almost more glass than cannon, which, I don't know, not entirely sure how that works out exactly, but it kind of is what it is. Oh man, we're not going to get what we want, are we? Fine. But we did get a double, so we'll take, good grief, dude. Sure, take that one. I don't care. Whatever. It's fine. I'm trying to save our rerolls, and we only get so many of them. Anyway, there are about 4 classes in the game currently, and 4 or 5 gods in the game. As you can see, we're getting options here to pick from either class skills, the Flame Sister, or different gods as we're leveling up, as is so often the case in many of these types of games. You level up, get an upgrade, you level up, you get an upgrade, and so on and so forth. This game kind of covers most of that general stuff. I should mention that there are only currently 2 maps right now in early access. This is the Muspelheim map, so this is the more difficult of the 2 because we have all these brambles that keep appearing, along with someone has a mortar that is trying to destroy us, which is really super annoying. Ah, man. I was really hoping we could get... good grief. None of these are what I want. This is going swimmingly. This is going to be terrible. Anyway, I'm going to stop complaining about the options we're getting because there's not really going to change, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Roll with it, we're going to make it work. Muspelheim, as I said, this is the more difficult of the 2 maps compared to Niflheim. It's quite a bit easier. You do get some different stuff going on. It seems like maybe... fine, take critical hit chance. She's kind of built around critical hits, so it'll work out fine. But you do get some different bosses and things, different events along the way. Obviously, we're doing an event right now where we're trying to collect a bunch of mushrooms. I'm doing a terrible job at it because I'm just kind of running around in a complete in-order sort of manner. There's the mortar right there. Clank, clank, clank. We'll go ahead and destroy that so that will stop shooting at us. Make my life a little easier so I no longer have to deal with it for a few moments until it respawns. Alright. At some point in the next 20 seconds, we're going to get a little golden guy. If you watch the minimap, you're going to see a little gold icon that will be on the map somewhere near to where we're standing. It's going to appear right at 14:30 remaining time. So there are different events that are going to come up, and the little gold guy that's going to appear is going to give us the option to kill it and get some money. And since we haven't really talked about it yet, there he is. Look at there. See? Let's go ahead and shoot this guy. So lovely just sitting there. I hate to pick on the guy, but sorry, you need to die. I want the money. This is a bullet heaven. It is like Vampire Survivors and, you know, various other survivor games. I mean, there's so many of them. Take your pick. I just love the crap out of them because I can kind of turn off my brain and play for a little while. This is kind of my style of game to relax with, where I don't really have to think much. Just try to avoid getting hit too much, and everything will work out just fine. Flaming Ray is a good one. I do like this one, especially since it got buffed in the recent patch. But yeah, these types of games, they're a lot of fun for me, so I'll just sit and play and, you know, play a round or 2, and I'm kind of good. We're going to go wrap up this first event, and we're going to probably get one immediately for the next one. The events are on timers, and you can only get them every so often. And we're going to end up with, I don't know, maybe we'll get like, I guess there are so many different ones, it's hard to say what we'll end up with. I was thinking maybe like the crawler one or the chieftain or something along those lines, where you have to get a bunch of those guys to appear and basically murder them. Have a good time, you know. Everyone enjoys a little murder. Let's take 50... Oh, you know what? I'm going to take the rerolls. I want the level, but we will take the rerolls instead because I think that's going to be better. Rune puzzle or portals? Let's go ahead and take rune puzzle. The only difference right there is just which one do you want to do, because they're both going to pay 7 gold. And you need a lot more than 7 gold to buy a point at this stage of the game because, as I said, I've got about, I don't know, a dozen hours into this. I think I'm at the stage where I need about 50 or 60 gold to buy a single skill point to use in the store. So it definitely takes a minute for me. So if it's going to be 7 or 7, it doesn't really matter. We're doing the puzzle here. It gives you the path to go. You just have to pay attention to it. Here you go. First one is done. And we can go ahead and move on to the south. And we'll get to the next one. I should mention I am playing the game in complete and utter pure native rendering. So the game does have DLSS. It has FSR3. Has all the things built in if you would like to fake your frames, which I do extensively on the Steam Deck, and it works very well. But I'm playing on my desktop. I don't need to do that, don't want to do that, so I'm choosing not to do that. And I just kind of wanted to see what it runs like anyway. It's mostly holding at 90. I have it just set to run 90 because I don't care. I don't need 140 frames or 360 or whatever it is everyone's playing with these days. I honestly don't even know. Doesn't matter. It runs fine for me. I'm good with this. Let's take Loki, and we'll take Jormungandr. Oh, there's another gold guy on the map. I see him. He just appeared. He's going to get right up here. There he is. These will vanish after a little while, so you do want to make sure that if they are available, take advantage of it, because if you need some health, they're always going to drop a little bit of health for you. And then, of course, they're going to drop some money, too. Let's go ahead and take the magnet. That'll pull in all of the experience that we've missed thus far. I haven't noticed, but I kind of think the way the game works is everyone drops the same amount of experience. I might be wrong on that, but it sure kind of feels like that to me. We'll take some improved class skill damage. That'll be fine. If we can ever get some levels and get the class skills upgraded. Oh, I did not pay attention. That did not go to the right place. My bad. I didn't go to the right place. Let's go to the side, and then we're going to go down to the bottom. There you go. I do like that there's a variety of the different activity things, the puzzles, etc. Oh, sure, let's take the hard one, because I want the money. And it is a good, quite a few different ones. It's fun. I like it. It adds a little bit of variety to the game. It adds a little spice to the game. It ends up working out pretty well. I don't know why the game keeps, like, chugging and dropping the audio. I've noticed that. I mean, normally when I'm playing on the Steam Deck, which is how I've played the majority of my time, I have the volume turned off. Like, I play with no sound. That's just kind of how I play these games. So I'm not sure if it does that on the Steam Deck as well. And if it's just because the game is, you know, like so many of the other Survivor games, you're loading so much crap at once that the computer's just like, please don't load tons of stuff. I don't want to do it. Could be that. I'm going to take Clairvoyance now. It's a little late in the game to be taking it, but whatever. I'm just going to say it's fine. So this is the heat event that we're doing now. We're going to get swarmed by a bunch of enemies. Don't know what this is, right? Oh, that's the puzzle. Okay. I didn't know what the little light shining down was. That's just the puzzle we did earlier. Drop some bombs to try to get rid of some guys. Let's take Flame Sister again, because now we can really get Flaming Ray looking good. Next level, level 18, we'll be able to evolve Flaming Ray if we can get it as an option. Level 18 is the first level you can evolve your skills. So like other games, you know, you could level them up and at some point you can evolve them into something a little better than what they were. And in this game, evolutions are really important, because the level 1, level 2, level 3, generally not that great and can honestly be kind of disappointing, but the evolutions, they are a big deal. Well, we're not going to be able to evolve, so we'll do this one. We'll do Jormungandr 2. Just get the World Serpent or whatever that one is. I think that's the right one. Alright, so we got a little boss guy that came down at the end of this wave, and he's going to create a bunch of spikes for us, apparently. That's a good time. Here, let's go get little gold guy. I always want to call it a snitch. It's not a snitch, but that just... For some reason, I want to call it a snitch. Get the golden snitch. I don't know, maybe it is for all I know. Just didn't want that guy to get out before we were able to lease him of all of his money. The little plus sign on the map right now on the mini-map, that's just an area you can go to get some health if you are needing it. It'll take a moment. You gotta stand around and activate it, but, you know, it's there for you. So this is the evolution of Flaming Ray. You can see it went from 1 to 3 beams. Yeah, this one's going to do some work. It's not going to kill everything instantly. I mean, you can see things are not dying right away, but it's still pretty good. Sure, let's take this guy, because there are going to be a lot of things that are burning now because of the ray, and also because Flame Sister has a built-in class skill, which I haven't even really talked about. I mean, honestly, I'm not here to talk about all the just bajillion little things. Honestly, just go, I don't know, go watch someone else's video on it. I just want to show you this game is cool, alright? That's all I'm here for. But there is an ability that the Flame Sister has, and I have to watch for it to see when it activates. Then you'll have to go back and, like, figure out what just happened in that moment. I don't know. I'm watching for it. It's random when it goes off, so... let's take this one, because we're going to need some extra damage right now. We're going to take... We already took the Mythstangs quest, so once we get in here, our skills turn off. So I'm going to do this. Let's go outside, and then we're going to come in. That way we can get a couple of moments of having our Flaming Ray still active while inside that magically sealing portal. And we got 3 more of these to go through. Really need to upgrade our golden disc. I do like the golden disc, by the way, just as kind of a random conversation and thought about that. I think it's a pretty good attack. It's not the best, but I've had good success with it. And maybe that's just, I don't know, random that I have, and it's a terrible one. I don't know. It's pretty good once you get it leveled up. Here, let's go ahead and take Freya so we can level it up. There you go. That's going to get it up to 2 now, so we should be throwing out a couple of these, or 3 of them rather, throwing out 3 of them, and then we'll evolve it on the next one if we get a chance to. Yeah, that was not enough. Okay, I'm going to wait just a second here before we go in again. There we go. I wanted to make sure we had most things dead so we can spend our time with the regular attacks on the portal thing that we're supposed to be destroying. It doesn't look much like a horse, and yet it's a horse. It's not a horse. There we go. That one's all done. The Mythstangs is completed. Oh, here's another mortar. Let's get rid of that guy. Yeah, man, the Flaming Ray, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's go with Jormungandr. That's going to get you up to 3. So the World Serpent is getting pretty close to being able to be evolved. Got a couple of them that are right there. I mean, we really do need to get more class skills. I was kind of taking the class damage, and yet we only have 1 class skill, so whatever. That's fine. I feel pretty decent that this will be a win without too much trouble. I struggled for the longest time with the Night Sister, and then I think I've kind of found some skills that work well for her, or me. And granted, we haven't really leaned into the evade build, which there had been a bug with evade not working for her, which was part of the problem for why she felt so squishy. But that has since been fixed. Ah, man, sure. We'll just increase class skill damage even more for the 1 class skill we have, because it does a lot of damage. I mean, look at this. It's just tearing through these brambles. No complaints there. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get through this without any problem. So this is, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is hard on Muspelheim. The next will be insane difficulty. And I just recently got through insane on Niflheim. That took a while. That took several tries for me to get through that, but I have a feeling, just based on what we're seeing here, for the most part, this is going pretty smoothly, honestly. I'm not super concerned about what it would look like trying to get through Insane. I think I could do it in 2 or 3 tries, tops. wouldn't be that big a deal. Part of it is I don't think we're getting the build that I really wanted, because I would have preferred to go heavier on class skills. And there's also, I would have preferred to have the experience perk early on, and we didn't really get that, so, you know, it's, you know, making the best of what you have. Here, there we go. We need Sisterhood Incarnates. That's a really good one. Once you evolve that one, it becomes really powerful. And even when it's not evolved, it's pretty decent. I guess it's a pretty good one, actually. Gonna have one last objective, activity, whatever, coming up here. I'll take the rerolls, because I don't remember where we are on those. I was hoping we would get a magnet or something along those lines, so I might need to spend a minute just walking around the map to make sure we can scoop up as many of these experience orbs as possible. This guy's going to drop a chest for us, so maybe we can get one that way. Perfect. Take the magnet, and then we'll take whatever is going to give us the most gold. Pool of Destroyers. That sounds like a fun time. Let's go visit the Pool of Destroyers. First one. We'll probably just trigger both of them at the same time, because what's the point of waiting around? I have a bad habit of doing that. I shouldn't, but I like to just summon everything at once, because I figure you're going to do so much area damage. Who cares? Just summon both of them. Get to it, you know? Let's go ahead and take Loki. I don't think I want any of those. So we'll take Flame Sister. Nope. Take Loki. I guess we can take the double cast chance. And then I don't think we... Oh yeah, there we go. We can do the Golden Disc evolution. So now the Golden Discs will come back, which suddenly increases their damage a bunch when they go out and then come back. It makes a big difference in terms of how much damage they're going to do. Like, it basically turns them from okay skill into really good at getting rid of big groups of things. Like, it's a big, big difference. Really, really enjoy that. So up on the map, you can see there's an icon right now for a little skull. That's going to be the boss. We're just going to go run over and do that. There's no sense waiting around. I mean, I guess I could try to get one more level here, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I think we're fine. The only thing we'd really be able to do is upgrade the sister, the Flame Incarnate Sisters, and the Flame Wall. And I don't know. We're not going to be able to get either of them maxed out unless I really just sit and farm for a while. So, you know, let's grab all these just because there are a lot that we're leaving behind if we don't. Don't want any of those. I mean, here, I guess we'll take... Sure. Flammable Wall is not really what I wanted, but I don't want to spend all day on it because it's not going to matter. Hard mode is not that hard once you have built up all your classes and skills, all your gods and all that sort of jazz. Insane, though. Insane is still a pain. So this is our boss guy. We're going to a whole boss arena for this fight. You don't do that in Niflheim. In Niflheim, you just stay on the main map the whole time. This guy reminds me of fighting the Butcher in Diablo, in that you're going to have a bunch of fire appearing. I mean, he's a fire Jotun after all, so, you know, makes sense that there's going to be fire. But you can see these platforms are just kind of catching on fire, a lot of fire and embers and things. Yeah, this guy's not a problem. He's going to go down in a second here. I'm really not worried about this dude at all. Guessing fire is probably not the best choice of weapons against him, but Flame Sister, it's kind of in the name. So it's not like Ice Sister, and there's no ice or electricity or whatever as an option for the class itself. There are some of those different options for various... Hey, what are you doing? My cat's being a jerk. For some of those various elements through different god skills and things, but not through the class itself. I mean, you can summon all the dudes you want. It's not going to matter. Oh, there we go. Normangander just breathed all over him. That was a good time. Here, you can have some bombs. And just like that, this guy is toast. We have completed hard mode. This is Jotunnslayer. I'm not going to show you all the different upgrades. There's a bunch of them. It's a good game. If you like survivor games, go buy it. Highly recommend. It's a good time. Catch you another one, Dylan. Thanks for watching. See you later.